Football club, Werder Bremen. They have been a pleasure to work with from the media point of view. Open training this morning. No real attempt to keep secrets from the prying eyes of the English media, or indeed any Arsenal scouts who might have wanted to check in. It's quite a difficult time for Alex Manninger because his Austrian national coach has said he's got to leave Arsenal. He played rather poorly in an international recently, and they're saying in Austria that he's not getting enough games and his international future will suffer because of that. Arsene Wenger not best pleased by those comments, saying he wouldn't be in the Austrian team in the first place if he hadn't played so well for Arsenal, admittedly with limited opportunity.
Well, you can understand perhaps what both managers are feeling, but at 22 years of age, he's hardly, you know, he's very, very best. He's still in that very much an upward curve in his learning of the art of goalkeeping, no doubt about that. And I think Arsene Wenger can do without it.
Dieter Eilts, who is really Mr. Werder Bremen, as Tony Adams is Mr. Arsenal. So just to remind you, the goal scorers at Highbury only a week ago, these matches coming thick and fast in the month of March in the Uefa Cup. Thierry Henry gave Arsenal the lead, and after a relatively sticky start to the second half at Highbury, Freddie Ljungberg knocked in the second. And the Arsenal fans here will hope that those two goals, at the very least, will be enough to get them through.
That was a big goal, the second one, wasn't it? And here's the huddle.
Werder Bremen have a reputation for European recoveries at home, and not just this season either. The Werder Wunder, they call it here.
Well, the last two ties have been more or less a formality for Arsenal. I think we might get something different tonight.
Arsenal kick off. They feel that an away goal should see them through. And Werder Bremen have only kept 6 clean sheets in 38 games in all competitions this season, and none since mid-December. Really can't stress, as Arsene Wenger has been saying, the importance of the opening 20 minutes.
Well, they'll have to play better than they did both in Nantes and La Coruña, Martin, because Arsenal were pretty sloppy, pretty poor in the opening 20 minutes of both of those games. Did concede against Nantes, could so easily have conceded in La Coruña. And I think that Arsene Wenger have emphasised the importance of starting right and starting quickly.
Fiedner, the left-back, winning that header against Ray Parlour. Baumann. Frank Rost is the goalkeeper. What difference will Pizarro make? He can't hold the ball up there. Kanu. Well, the flank has gone up, and Thierry Henry was making it quite clear that he wasn't interfering with the play and was wandering back.
That's a poor decision, no doubt about that. Hands were up in the air, walking away, backed away from goal. Ljungberg onside easily. Very poor decision from the officials.
And Luzhny hesitating. Boda got in, and this is Ailton. And Manninger grateful to be able to drop on that.
Oh, scuffed it, didn't use cross, Ailton. So as exciting as he's been in the 2 games, Ailton did more there in that little run than he did at Highbury in 90 minutes. But Luzhny can't be making mistakes like that early in the game. But look at the way the ball's hopping off the surface. I don't think that's going to help them, but Alex Manninger's happy just to drop on that. Just looking quickly, we talked about Boda and scoring in from midfield. He's actually taking quite an advanced position early on in the match.
Frings. The stab clearance by Adams, touchdown calmly by Ljungberg to Vieira. Kanu. And Dixon happy just to hoist it forward. He's got the poorer half of the pitch to play in the first half. One of the louder voices of dissent when Arsenal came out to have a look at this at training last night.
Yeah, it's an easily free kick there, but I think get on with it is the message that you were saying. Don't concentrate too much on the pitch. Same for both teams. Get on with the job in hand.
Wiedener. Chance for Frings, who played in midfield at Highbury, to move forward from right back. Boda is well forward. Luzhny stooping with the header. Collected though by Pizarro. Corner for Werder Bremen. Something we pointed out a week ago. They're top of the list of headed goals in the Bundesliga this season. And they're very high on the list of scoring from corners, Werder Bremen. Herzog to take this one.
That's poor. They'll take a few of those, Arsenal, no problem. If you don't have to deal with it, doesn't have to make your life easy. That's a poor corner. Herzog's got better quality than that. Lovely left foot. He'll be a little disappointed he wasn't able to put pressure on Alex Manninger.
Henry, whose improved form has led to a recall by France. He's not played for his country for 18 months, but he's in the squad to face Scotland. It's next Wednesday. Herzog, the Austrian, clipped by Grimandi, who didn't finish the game on Sunday, red-carded against Spurs in the Premiership.
Well, that's how high up the pitch Boda's playing. He's actually almost playing as a centre-forward. Ailton and Pizarro are playing sort of left and right, almost against both full-backs. Trying to stretch the back four, and Boda's the one who's been trying to go through the centre.
Herzog's throw. Baumann. Herzog again. Wiedener. Glanced on by Alts. Alts is there again. Ended up on the deck, the referee saying to Dieter Alts, get up, but he's not too keen on doing that.
He got caught, no doubt about that, Martin. Just as he played the ball, it's one of those ones we've seen in the Premiership in recent weeks. He gets caught, and he's follow through in the studs of Grimandi.
That's Thomas Schaff, who is the Werder Bremen coach. Not yet a full year into the job. Vieira. And Wiedener slipping it through to Alts. Pizarro trying to guide it off to Wiedener, who'd continued his run down this near touchline.
It's a tough one for Thomas Schaff as well, Mark, as coach, what to actually do. 2-0 down, you don't really need to go early, hell for leather, and risk losing a goal. You can be controlled and know that a goal any time in the match at 2-0, as long as Arsenal don't score, gives you a great chance. Well, I ultimated down a couple of times a week ago. Slow getting up, but gets caught there by Adams. Could be a painful one.
Arsenal so pleased to have Tony Adams back for the third game in a row now.
Yeah, Pizarro is looking at that as if he fancies it. You don't often take the main scorer out.
It's Traoré who hits it, and well stopped for Arsenal by Alex Manninger. Back to pace from the man who didn't play at Highbury.
Well, how close did Ailton get to getting a touch on that? He goes across the face of the ball. You see him going across there now. Any touch off his heel or anywhere would certainly have made life difficult for Alex Manninger. That's the kind of save you want early on, though. It was a firmly struck shot, but straight at him, dealt with it well.
Alts. Grimandi trying to bite in. Parlour infield. Kanu. Back for Parlour. It's bending, it's in! Well, that's a great goal for Ray Parlour at any time in any match, but particularly here tonight.
Well, they backed off and they backed off, and he gave Ross absolutely no chance. There's not a goalkeeper playing in football now or ever before would have saved this. It's quite a magnificent strike from Ray Parlour. A real hammer blow, but just watch the way he doesn't press him out. He allows him time and space. I mean, he had an awful lot to do, Ray Parlour, but my goodness, didn't he do it well?
Ray Parlour's first goal in European club football, and it's an absolute beauty. It's only his second goal of the season. The other one was in the Charity Shield.
Now look at this, man. Look at out. So he just stays there, and he sets it off about a yard wide of the far post. And this ball just starts to move. You and I were right behind this, wondering, is it going to get back quick enough? My goodness, what a start for Arsenal.
And they lead on Aggregate by 3 goals to 0.
Well, the one thing we do know now, we won't be here for extra time and penalties.
Goal coming in the 8th minute. Traves. I think either official involved there are absolutely sure about which way the throw should go, but it's gone to Werder Bremen. Just jubilation in one small section of the ground behind where Herzog is taking the throw, where the Arsenal fans are gathered. The flag is up.
Yeah, jubilant, aren't they? Oh, look at this for a strike. That's wonderful. It just gets better every time you see it.
Frank Ross with an air of a man who knows he could do absolutely nothing about it and is fearful of the consequences of it. Traves. Boda. Forward by Adams. Henry's header. Ailton. Trying to make an interception there that would have given more problems to Werder Bremen. Arsenal looking to win the ball well forward again. And they stop Werder Bremen getting into their own half. Silvinho out there again at left back. Two skippers in direct confrontation there.
Well, that's the worst possible start for Thomas Schaaf. No doubt about that, Martin. Team had started brightly.
Parlour. Kanu! Touched aside by the goalkeeper. Could have been 2.
That's a great save. Deliberate placement from Kanu, knew exactly what he wanted to do here. I think that's just gone inside the post as well. And Ross had to be at his best.
Silvinho's come across to take the corner. Adams. Werder Bremen pushing out in organised fashion. Well, last week it was Arsenal who went into the first leg on the back of successive defeats. Now it's Werder Bremen, beaten at Highbury and last Sunday in the Bundesliga. And already a goal down tonight. Well, the game has been stopped. And Kim Milton-Nielsen, an international class official from Denmark, will never be forgotten by England followers, and that incident in St Etienne. He's sorted out and given Lee Dixon a free kick. Kanu looking to work with Henry, but header went sideways rather than behind him. Boda. It's one of those, Andy, you often say defenders have got to understand you can't get through bodies to get to the ball. It's an obvious foul to concede.
Just stand, hold him, not going anywhere.
Silvinho.
Well, it's just gone a bit flat, the ground. It was a lot of noise, a lot of passion in here, a lot of expectation 5 minutes ago. And that wonderful strike has really deflated the crowd, just beginning to come back to life. But now they know, I'm sure, that only 4 goals from now to the end and no more from Arsenal will be good enough for them to go through.
Well, that stretches even Werder Bremen's considerable powers of recovery.
Well, much as we've talked to Arsenal's inability to keep clean sheets, I certainly don't think they'll concede 4.
Ljungberg might be another one in the offing here. Ljungberg wanted to keep going and claim another goal. He's really been amongst them recently.
I tell you, Barton just did enough, Martin. It was always second best to Ljungberg. What he did, he just knocked him off balance. Enough not to give a penalty away.
Looking for Pizarro. In his first season here, the Peruvian, after showing off his wares in the Copa America. For Pizarro again, easy for Adams to intercept, and Parlour's caught in possession by Iltz. Boda. Herzog taking it over. Iltz. Bounces back off Dixon.
Well, sensible football from now on for Arsenal. Concentration.
Herzog's long throw, and Manninger, who is quite an impulsive young goalkeeper, but he made up his mind to go for that one.
No, that doesn't half help. Doesn't half help coming into a cluster of players. Takes the pressure off your defenders.
Frings. Silvinho. Now Ljungberg. Taken from him by Iltz. It is amazing that Arsenal haven't won an away game since early December. 1 victory in their last 12 on their travels. They don't need, of course, to win tonight. With that 2-goal cushion.
No, but Arsene Wenger wants to win tonight, Martin. You and I have spoken to him on these away ties, and he was disappointed not to win in Nantes, bitterly disappointed to lose in La Coruña. And I think having taken the lead tonight, he really will want Arsenal to go on and win this match now.
Yes, the cushion looks altogether plumper at 3-0. Particularly with one of those goals, an away goal. They did score 4 here against earlier in the competition, having lost the away leg 3-0. And Pizarro, the player who's back tonight, got the goal that finally got Werder Bremen through. Grimondi. Iltz. Good pressure by Arsenal. Pizarro, who wriggles past Dixon. He's got Boda. Bit of a lunge by Luzhny. Boda has kept the ball in, only for Dixon to get first to it. Well, they've come for a party, whatever. Arsenal have come here to keep their cool and to play sensibly and professionally, and they've been given a huge boost in that respect by Ray Parlour's wonderful early goal. off with a head injury on Sunday in the league game, but has been past fit to play tonight. Herzog. Baumann, who's the defender who lost track of Thierry Henry and Highbury in the opening goal of this tie.
Yeah, this is good pressure from Arsenal. Front two have worked on well, Kanu and Henry. They've taken a long time to work a bit of space. Werder Bremen.
Adams. Vieira. Ljungberg has scampered away. He's got Henry with him. He's got Kanu, who's looking, in fact, for Kanu, who's made the more decisive dart into the penalty area. Caught Ljungberg's eye.
Well, build up to admire between Ljungberg and Patrick Vieira.
And Dixon just gets there. It was Ailton's pass looking for Boda.
It's good full-back play. Classic if you're playing as a right-back, the ball's coming down the other side. You've got to be around on cover. If he wasn't, and Boda's in, but Dixon, too experienced, too long in the tooth to get caught out there.
Traorés nearest the corner taken. Baumann right in by the goalkeeper. Barton's in there as well. They played it to Wiedener. And it's Barton. Blocked by Parlour. And Ray Parlour's out there again. Frinks. No foul. Vieira's challenge. Arsenal can break here. They're 3 against 1.
Well, whistle's gone. I think Mark can hardly hear so many whistles from the crowd, thinking it was a free kick for Werder Bremen at the edge of the box. Well, I think it was Ajax who's in trouble. Salvini was breaking halfway line. 3 against 1. They must surely have gotten. Well, it's not.
It's Wiedener.
It's Wiedener. They would surely have gotten a chance on goal. But Wiedener thought, well, I better bring this to a halt.
That's Wiedener's 3rd booking in this competition. That means he is up for a 1-game suspension. At this stage, it's unlikely to be in the semi-final of this year's UEFA Cup because Arsenal hold all the cards here.
I'll tell you what, if Ray Parlour goes off now, Martin, he's probably made the two most important telling contributions to this match. The goal, and then that wonderful block when Barton looked certain to score from no more than 7 or 8 yards.
And even then he wasn't satisfied.
No.
He went out and made the challenge on the far side of the penalty area as well. Dixon. Boda wasn't pulling out of that. Wiedener. Caught by Kanu. Referee has stopped the play. Again, it's hard to hear the whistle.
They feel a little hard done by the Germans at the moment. It's a yellow card for Kanu. He pleads his innocence, and he's not a vicious player by any stretch of the imagination. Those big long legs that just caught Wiedener, and I tell you, anyone who was going to tackle Wiedener in the next 10 minutes, he was going to go to ground like that, and the referee was probably going to book him. Kanu's just the unlucky one. It was his tackle.
Well, that came off Parlour. Herzog trying to clip it forward, just flicked off Ray Parlour, and it's gone behind for a corner. Arsenal lead 1-0 here, 3-0 on aggregate. Just over 20 minutes gone in the second leg in Germany. Well defended by Vieira. Frinks, plenty to aim at in the centre. Knocked out by Dixon. Be the long throw, no. Wiedener anxious to keep the game at a quicker tempo. Dropped it into the feet of Frinks. Wiedener's cross. Traorés, who hit that shot from long distance from the free kick earlier.
Yeah, just choked it. At times like that, when this surface really doesn't help you, when the ball's coming back to you, if it gets any kind of little bobble as you're striking it, can affect the quality of the strike. It certainly did there from Traorés.
"16 years since an English club was last in the semi-final of the Uefa Cup. There were 2 that year. Tottenham, who went on to win it, and Nottingham Forest. And at this moment, every chance that there'll be 2 from England this year. But here's Herzog. Ailton. Looking for Boda, who looked offside. It's no goal.
Well, flags up.
No goal.
Flags up.
Pizarro thinks he's started with a step or two on the road to recovery here, but the flag was up.
I have to say, from my angle, I thought this was the right decision. I thought just a yard offside. I didn't think he had to go in early, but he did. I thought the linesman gets this right, nearest the screen there, just an 18-yard line. The ball's played. He's half a yard offside. He didn't need to go, but he did. The flag goes up pretty much straight away. There it goes. It's a lovely finish. But I thought the linesman got that spot on. It was close, but he got it right.
Boda flagged offside. Pizarro, the player who put the ball in the net, but his celebrations cut short. But a reminder, really the first time, Andy, over what a game and a quarter here, that we've seen what Werder Bremen have been capable of earlier in the competition.
Certainly dominating possession, but I don't think that'll concern Arsenal tonight. They'll quite happily just let them play the ball about, and defend deep, and defend with numbers, and make life difficult for them and be professional.
Parlour's onside. Vieira's pass, not much support for Parlour. And he's still going. He is still going. Same post, same result. 2-0 for Arsenal on the night. 4-0 on aggregate. And Ray Parlour with a dream double in Bremen.
Well, I can't tell you the quality of both of these goals that young man has just scored tonight. The first one, a stunning strike, but this is all about individual ability and desire to make something happen. He had absolutely no right to do what he's done there. No right whatsoever. Well, people might pick the bones out of poor defending, but look at the way he gets his body in front of Baumann. Get out the way, he says, and then before Barton can tackle him, he hits the ball early, takes the shot early, and gives Ross no chance. It's a wonderful piece of football from Ray Parlour.
It's been a wonderful 25 minutes from Ray Parlour at both ends of the pitch. Here's the number 25 for Arsenal, Kanu. Well, we came here imagining all sorts of scenarios tonight, Andy, and I guess probably this wasn't highest on the list. First of all, that if they get 2 goals, they would both be from this far.
Well, I mean, I'd said I felt Arsenal would score all along. I think they're geared to get a goal away from home in Europe, and any team who plays them is always going to be threatened like that, and that's exactly the way it is. I thought whoever scores first was important tonight. Alex has booked another one, tackle on Kanu, but whoever scored first was important. Arsenal did that early on. That was vital for them. Now they can just sit in, neat and tidy, block it off, and just say, right, we'll break whenever we can.
Kanu was trying to screen it here, and it was a desperate lunge from Iltz. Got the proper punishment, tackle from behind. Vieira, Ljungberg. We're looking along this line.
I think Wiedner, left back, talked about influence in play. I thought he was tucked back in there. I thought he was onside, Henry. He would have taken a bit of catching there, they're gone.
Well, you talk about the margins in football at the highest level, how slender they can be. A millimetre to the left, I guess, either way for Ray Parlour, and he would have had neither goal. Instead, he's got 2. Ailton. And the shot was promising again for Werder Bremen from Pizarro. But remember now, they need 5.
Well, this would be comeback of all time if they get 5 between now and the end of the match. To be fair to Pizarro, he's looked a threat, Martin. It's a wonderful strike. The goal that was disallowed. This one, it just gets underneath it slightly. See, he cuts under the ball. That's why he sends it just a little too high.
Fricks. Adams telling Alex Manninger to come and mop this one up.
Well, I'll tell you now, if they don't win this tonight, Arsenal, Arsene Wenger will be furious. I'm telling you. He knows it's...
You mean win the second game?
Oh, yeah.
Not
win,
go through.
I'm not talking about going through. I'm talking about us winning the match. I think he knows the tie's safe. Or he'll be thinking that. But he'll want the side now to go and say, right, let's put this horrible away form to bed now. Let's get a good victory here.
Silvinho. Stopped by Baumann. Silvinho's caught out of position. Milton playing for the free kick. And getting it bouncing down off Vieira. Traorez. Arsenal must keep their concentration here. Giles. Knocked out by Adams. Kanu. Drimondi. Oh, and Henry had so much space if he could have kept the ball in play.
Well, Drimondi holds his head and he knows that wasn't a difficult pass. He just put too much angle on it. If he'd have played it anywhere in front of Henry, then really Bremen were all over the place. I know they have to take a chance. They've got to gamble even now in this game. But you just get the feeling Arsenal could pick them off at any time.
Vieira. Trying to put those sentiments into action out there. Landed a bit untidily, and it's ended as a free kick to Werder Bremen. Chilling out, Patrick Vieira. Milton respectfully coming to help him back onto his feet. Mike Barton is the player down. Vieira allowed to leave the scene of the crime, such as it was.
Yeah, it didn't look too much, did it? Unless the incident happens now as they come and tangle again. Yeah, there's as much Iltz. Was it Iltz?
Herzog.
Herzog comes flying in and tramples over a couple of them.
Baumann. Getting ready to come back on the pitch. Boda. Half of his own potential, Pizarro, to score goals. Barton, incidentally, just attracting the attention of the referee to get back on. But Pizarro's very good at linking up with the other players as well.
Yeah, looks neat and tidy. The first chance I've had with a look at him. The young lad, only 21. But he does look neat and tidy. He's got good movement, good touch.
Herzog. Here's Parlour. And that was offside against Ljungberg. Quick free kick. Iltz. Ooh, that was close. Sure, it's been given as offside.
That one was closer.
There's Pizarro in the centre.
Well, I think they've been happy. Arsenal will be delighted that that particular linesman's been on Arsenal's defensive unit in the first half. A couple of close decisions. The goal that would have made it 1-1, although proven right, was close. And I think you just got that one wrong, though.
Dixon. Flags up again. Now it's down again. And, another phase of play. But in fact, the referee has called play back to the original calling of the offside.
I'm not so sure this linesman knows the offside rule now, down here, down below us. Because every time Thierry Henry is coming back towards his own goal, he keeps flagging him for offside.
Grimaldi. Well, one round after claiming their first ever Spanish scalp in Europe, Arsenal closing in on the knocking out a Bundesliga club for the first time.
Just looking at Thomas Schaff there, he was on the right go at the linesman, down right in front of him, and the fourth official just over, having a little word, tell him to settle down.
Wiedner's throw. If you've just joined us here on the banks of the river Weser, it's going swimmingly for Arsenal. They have doubled their advantage to 4-0 on aggregate. The goal hero tonight, Parlour, with two really terrific efforts in their timing and in their style. Another offside decision given. It was a clear-cut one while our German director was concentrating on the slow motion. Ljungberg. I do feel Arsenal are going to get one right in a minute. They're defending so far up the pitch, Werder Bremen.
Well, Silvinho wasn't offside, you know. Henry was just. But 9 times already in this match, Arsenal have been caught. They are very high up the pitch, which is amazing when you think that Henry left them for dead when he scored the opening goal a week ago at Highbury. You think they would be a little bit cautious about that, but at 2-0 down, they've got to try something.
Ljungberg. Kanu keeping pace with the Swede. Here's Kanu. Needs some nimble footwork. It's back for Thierry Henry to send in a skimming shot. It's a corner.
Lovely, lovely again. They've got too much pace for this team, Martin. All over the pitch, and even people like Ljungberg and Parlour, who we wouldn't class as particularly pacey, are running away from Werder Bremen defenders quite comfortably. It's a lovely run from Ljungberg, lovely link-up from Kanu.
Silvinho. Henry just juggling it wide. The flag has gone up again.
He must be cold, this linesman down below, as I tell you. He keeps throwing his arms up every now and again.
He's been, I must say, a rather eccentric display of flag waving. 10 minutes left in the first half. Boda's given it away. Well spotted by Grimaldi. He can support Kanu down the outside, but he never looked in that direction. Nigerian chopped down.
Oh, he's so tall, every little bump he gets, he's like a giant oak tumbling to the ground. He's great feet, but what a handful he is.
And that new contract agreed with Arsenal. Good news for the Highbury faithful.
Well, I'm going to see a Brazilian swing his foot at this one.
It is Silvinho looking for his first Arsenal goal. Oh, he's hit the post! Kanu! And the goalkeeper's managed to cling on. It would have rolled out to, of all people, Parlour and a hat-trick, but Rost saved the Kanu shot.
Oh, that's a brilliant free kick. Ross just can only stand and watch and admire it, like we all did. And look how quickly Kanu reacts to it. And the only thing Ross does well is reacts very quickly to the rebound and makes a decent save.
Well, at the moment, we've got 3 footballs on the pitch.
I think that's probably the only way Bremen are going to win this tie now.
Marco Boda had got away, and then it was clear that the referee had pulled play back. Well, he's kept that under wraps, Silvinho, hasn't he?
Yeah, not half.
We were talking about him last week as the Brazilian who doesn't want to shoot.
Yeah.
A real rarity of players from that country. And now he's shown what he's capable of at a free kick, but I suppose Arsenal were due to hit a post and the ball not go in tonight. Wiedener, Herzog, Traores, Ailton. He's got his free kick this time.
He is theatrical. No doubt about that.
Well, whatever happens in 7 minutes of this half and the second half, I think we're going to see plenty of attacking emphasis. It's not in Werder Bremen's nature just to try and limit the damage and play out the game. And Arsenal look like getting through every time they get possession in midfield. Manninger's set his wall. Pizarro doing the pointing. Iles with the captain's armband is there. Bode lurking as well, the left footer. And it's set up for Pizarro into the wall. First out is Luzhny, and he can get away, and Arsenal are streaming up in support because they know they play it right here, there'll be another chance. But it's still with Luzhny. Well, he got it across the face of the goal, and the one who was standing and watching, and I daren't criticise him for it, really, Ray Parlour.
He couldn't get in, Martin. I thought Luzhny should have released Thierry Henry a lot earlier. He had a chance to knock a ball in just about when he crossed the halfway line. Henry wanted it early, and when it didn't arrive, they kind of ran out of space.
Ailton. It's an extraordinary game. It's so open. And for Arsenal supporters back in England, it's making great viewing, I'm sure, and for all supporters of English clubs in Europe, the same. And what's turning out to be a pretty distinguished season for Premiership teams on a wider front. Pizarro, Herzog. Traores, good vision, he knew where Bode was. The pass wasn't quite perfect, but a chance for Bode to cross. It's a corner.
Yeah, Vieira just back in, as you'd expect him to be. Realised there was a little bit of danger. But good play again, Pizarro, lovely footwork, good movement from the young lad.
Herzog again in charge of the right-wing corners with his left foot. In towards Bode. Well, we talked about their heading abilities, and they've punctured Arsenal. At last, Marco Bode's header.
Well, Alex Manninger's asking the question. He feels he was blocked off as the ball came in. This was a corner of quality from Herzog, no doubt about that. Dropped right into the area you'd want it. You put people in. All it takes a touch from where it's landing. There's Manninger coming out, says Baumann blocked him. I don't think so. Goalkeeper just misjudges this. Doesn't really get to the height of the ball, the pitch of the ball, if you like. And it's just a little flick of the head that's required. Just before half-time, Thomas Schaaf at last gets something to smile about.
Wiedener. So 2-1 to Arsenal on the night, 4-1 on aggregate. Marco Bode, the one Werder Bremen player in the Germany squad that's announced yesterday for an international next week against Croatia in Zagreb.
Didn't have to do much, did he, though? Lovely, good position. Look at this. Swing of the left foot, dropped it right on the 6th. Go ahead if you want to go. Bode did.
Tentative defending by Werder Bremen. Ljungberg. Offside given.
Never.
Well, after failing to score in 2 successive games, Werder Bremen were due. And Bode just bringing a bit of interest back into it from their point of view.
Well,
still need 4.
Pride's at stake, though. I think they'd quite like to win the match, Martin, at least send the supporters home with a victory against Arsenal. I think that's what they'd be looking to do. That's what the coach will be trying to emphasise, I'm sure, at half-time. Hey, let's try and win the game. And then, who knows?
Now by Silvinho on Pizarro. Baumer. Ailton can't get there. Adams knocks it away. Reminder that we've got highlights of Slavia Prague versus Leeds, the second leg of that quarter-final coming up, and the live action's finished here. Henry. And I can tell you there have been goals in Prague tonight. You can see those goals after the game is concluded here, where we can't have extra time, remember. It's been a most open and invigorating first half here. It's got a minute or so plus stoppage time to run. Two extra minutes before the break.
Well, a pretty good half all in all for Arsenal. They came here confident of getting the right result, the right performance. It's been a pretty good 45 minutes for them. They'll be anxious just to see this last couple of stoppage minutes out.
Wiedner taking Parlour back towards his own goal, and Wiedner's got the better of Parlour. That's an interesting one for the referee to call.
Well, I'm not sure what he's got. I think he looks to me as if he's given a goal kick, and he's saying to Wiedner, get up. And you see the incident again. He looks like he's just got wrong side of Ray Parlour. Wiedner here. That's a bit of ones. Not an awful lot happening there. Goes to ground far too easy for me. Oh, Alex Manninger, yellow card. Not quick enough in taking his free kick, or goal kick as it was. Get on with it.
Well, from Arsenal's point of view, better a yellow card for Manninger than one for Parlour, because Parlour would be suspended for the first leg of the semi-final. He's on the tightrope. That goes for Adams and Ljungberg and Dixon. And amongst the substitutes, Schuker as well. Rice and Arsene Wenger will shortly have their chance to have their say to the Arsenal players. Kanu. Herzog flying into Dixon.
Yeah, the speed he was going, he would have needed air brakes to have pulled up before he made contact with Dixon.
So Arsenal have a free kick. Look at this way, had he got brakes, he wasn't going to use them.
No, I think Parlour should shoot for here. The kind of first half he's having, he might as well, eh?
It's too high for Adams. Kanu. Still Kanu. Ljungberg. And it's Adams. No.
Oh dear. Oh, how's he missed it? Trying to do his Kanu quick shoe shuffle.
Stoppage time before half-time. Wiedner. Out comes Manninger, but Luzhny decides that he needed to get across quickly to boot it away.
Well, this ground might have emptied if Tony Adams had slid this in. He obviously didn't fancy getting it past Iles. He tries to do a little drag back and in, but didn't get control of the ball.
It's come off Adams' head, and it's half-time. Well, it's been Ray Parlour's party so far in the Visa Stadion here in Bremen tonight. Two truly terrific goals to ease any Arsenal anxiety and to double their advantage to 4-0 on aggregate. Marco Boda's header has made an incision into that, but it's going very well here tonight. At half-time, 2-1 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate. A Yugoslav international. confirmation of those changes for you. Herzog with the throw. Adams impeded by Bogdanovic.
I think goal kick's just been given.
Adams wasn't best pleased, though.
No, I think this is what you call going for it now, isn't it? They're going to play a back four and then 6 attackers by the looks of things. Although they're going to go 3 central. And Maximov sort of just anchoring it, I guess. But as you say, like, they do like to go forward, so I'm sure he won't anchor it too much.
Here he is, Maximov, Barton. Baumann across to Wiedener. Boda's taken on the captain's armband. Ailton, Maximov. And referee Kim Milton-Nielsen telling Herzog to get up. He made a bit of a meal of that fall after being challenged by Adams. Henry. Ljungberg's in the centre. Still Henry. For Vieira. So the man of the night so far, Ray Parlour. Very nearly dropping for Kanu to just knock it down with his head and stride on.
Well, you just feel if Arsenal defend well and are disciplined at the back, that there are going to be so many gaps, Martin, that appear and that they can exploit. I certainly don't think Bremen are set up now second half to defend with any great conviction. They're either going to win this game probably 4-2 or they're going to lose it maybe 4 or 5 themselves.
Boda. 4-2 wouldn't be enough, of course. Arsenal would go through on the away goals. 5-2 would be enough.
Well, if it gets to 4-2, it would be interesting.
Kanu goes behind for an Arsenal corner. Remember, no Dennis Bergkamp. He wanted to come, we understand, but Arsene Wenger, mindful of the needs of Arsenal at home in pursuing high Premiership ranking at the end of the season, has held him back. Trying to do to that corner what Boda did when he scored just before half-time, but the ball was just too long for him from Silvino's delivery. Friggs. Boda, not short of support, and Herzog almost got it through towards Pizarro. Maximov. Intercept, he certainly made Baumann scurry. Werder Bremen knocked out a couple of Norwegian clubs in the first 2 rounds, then came the 2 great comebacks from 3-0 down against Lyon. Here's Vieira, and then the match here against Parma. They were 1-0 down from the first leg, 2-1 down on aggregate during the game and needing another 2 goals, which they got. Pulling away around the back, Henry coming towards the ball. It'll drop for Patrick Vieira, off Marco Boda for another Arsenal corner on this near side. And 2 of the Arsenal players didn't see that deflection. Parlour was roaring back to get into his shape for what he thought was a goal kick. Here's Henry.
Because there are so many balls around the pitch as well, Mark, because this running track, when often players switch off and the ball's whacked out of play, but very quickly one of the ball boys throws another one on.
Vieira decides to use Henry. Towards Vieira again. Strong work from the midfield man. Kanu is in. Well, not quite in.
Yeah, just got a little too far in front of him. Lovely play again. Vieira strong. Not only that, got good vision. He's always a threat here. Anything round about the edge of the box is always a threat with Kanu. Wriggles and moves.
So more Arsenal pressure in these early minutes of the second half. Parlour's corner. Banged away by Boda. Silvino wants to let it run. Indeed, but Maximoff nicked it away from him. Werder Bremen on the move here. And, it's a vain chase from Boda. Typifies their desire. Maybe the pitch didn't help Pizarro with the weighting of the pass.
Absolutely not. Sat up just as he played it. Instead of the inside of the foot making contact with the ball, which was probably his ankle.
Pizarro, Adams. He's got a bang in there, he's just stayed down, Tony Adams. Flexing and just hobbling at the moment and hoping that Werder Bremen don't mount an attack here. Herzog. Adams still sorting himself out. Wiedner can't get the cross in. Luzhny with Bogdanovic trying to glance it on in front of him. Barton's header. Parlour supporting with a shrewd touch to Kanu. 360-degree turn accomplished so fluidly. Henry. He gets the header, but he's looking rather anxiously at the Arsenal bench. Trying to head the ball across the Lee Dixon a moment or two ago.
Well, they just clashed with Luzhny, didn't they? They both went for the same ball. And it was whether it was an awkward landing, whether he just tweaked a groin or damaged a thigh.
Maximoff. Herzog. Flank's gone up, Ailton darting in. I didn't think checking out Adams.
At first I didn't think there was much doubt about this, but look how close it is. That again is borderline. That is borderline. The flag yet again goes in Arsenal's favour.
Maximoff. Barton. Barton is in the team because the veteran Brazilian defender Julio Cesar has been injured and is in fact gone back to Brazil and says he's not coming back.
Oh, modern football for you.
Klaus Allofs, who's the general manager here, who was a very fine player in his heyday, I'm sure you'll remember him. He's been trying to reassure the locals that he is coming back, but for sure, here's Luzhny taking pretty much all the time that was available to him.
Well, they wanted his goalkeeper, that's what he did want, and Alex Manninger wasn't very quick in coming from his line to help the defender.
Vieira. And Pizarro wins it back, and Werder Bremen have got plenty of options going forward. Boda's touch. Maximoff. Ailton.
Well, he's pointing near post. I think he's rather hoping someone would be in there, but I think it's a pretty poor cross at the end. He had time.
Frings. Grimaldi. Parlour offside. One thing Arsenal were worried about tonight is should this go to penalties, because they've gone out of the League Cup and the FA Cup this season via that route. Europe would have been too much to bear.
Yeah, it would have been. And that's quite comfortable, as you can see. Doesn't really trouble Alex Manninger. Ailton with that cross.
It cannot be extra time or penalties tonight. So Werder Bremen, with 35 minutes to go, are still chasing 4 more goals. That certainly seemed to come off Lee Dixon last touch, so Manninger couldn't pick it up, and he's actually, as they would say in the rugby code, found a very good touch.
Absolutely. But Arsenal are playing just controlled football at the moment, Martin. The back 4 are nice and tight and compact. They know they're facing up against a front 3 almost, so they're just making life as difficult as they can. And it's all about not making individual errors for Arsenal, just seeing it out.
Henry surely onside, and the flag has stayed down. Kanu loping into the centre. Henry, I think he was trying to play it to Kanu and caught it maybe on the heel, and it went straight at the goalkeeper.
Well, I think he did try and play it, but wrong choice of foot for me. You coming in the inside left side, and then you square yourself up. Look at Kanu's run, it was coming in beautifully. It would be in step with the left foot, roll it across goal, and Kanu taps it in. He tried to use the right foot and got it all wrong.
Well, there was great tenacity there from Vieira when Ljungberg goes down. Free kick to Arsenal, and even playing with more control. That's what happens at half-time when the manager gets a say to the players. He's playing with joyous abandon, really. The most open of first halves, but even now, with the wise words of caution from Arsene Wenger, I'm sure still opportunities presenting themselves, as we saw when Henry got away a moment or two ago. But here's Boda. Milton can't get to it. Dixon. Baumann drawn across to Parlour. Support arriving from Grimandi, but Parlour's not in the mood to play the easy thing when so much of these tries that's been difficult has come off, but it didn't come off there. Maximov. Finks. A big game here on Sunday against Borussia Dortmund, as Thomas Schaaf's team tried to pick up the Bundesliga to earn European qualification for next season. They might do it through the German Cup, of course, as they did for this tournament. They're in the final again. It's more against Bayern Munich as it was last season.
I think he's unlucky there. That ball certainly didn't cross the line. And again, the linesman with the hair trigger finger on that flag down below is up again.
Wenger out quickly this time.
Well, what tonight does allow Arsene Wenger to do if he wants to, Mark. He's certainly in recent weeks had plenty to say about, you know, quick games coming up in succession. He can change it if he wants at any time.
This is Ray Parlour. Tapped in by Thierry Henry. The sort of chance that Arsenal have been getting so regularly. They've taken this one. Henry scores in the UEFA Cup again for the 5th game in a row. And Ray Parlour, who scored the other 2 tonight, put it on a plate for it.
Well, I told you, they're not geared to defend. They're all over the place again. And just look at Arsenal players. I mean, take your pick, Ray. You could have gone on yourself, mate, and got the hat-trick. But he was very unselfish. Henry put the brakes on. Ljungberg went into the 6-yard box. They split well. He had 2 options. He chose the right one. Simple tap-in for Henry. Not much joy from him, though. I think they know the game's over. It's one of those they just want to get it over with now. That was too easy. Oh, so easy.
Ailton. Oh, and there's one back. Bogdanovic. Well, it might not all be too easy.
That was over. You're not telling me that they're going to get beaten. It's a lovely strike, and Ailton's lovely little chip pass was exquisite. Looked to be going nowhere. Brazilian, and he just had a little look up and spotted Bogdanovic and dropped it beautifully to him. Volley's a sweet one. He just pulls away. I think he's trying to find a chance for himself here, I open at first. You see Bogdanovic, no one really picks him up. He's signalling for the ball. That was a lovely little ball to him, and a fine volley.
Well, it is now Werder Bremen 2, Arsenal 3 in this match. 2-5 on aggregate. And just as Henry wasn't really celebrating, nor was Bogdanovic. "55 seconds between those two goals. Barton, Boda. Ailton. Bogdanovic in the thick of it again. Manninger got enough of the ball to knock it down to Freddie Ljungberg. He's being pressed back, helped by Arsenal captain who's moving a bit better at the moment than he was a few minutes ago. A lovely ball out from Tony Adams, and Henry's away. But Frings is one of the quicker Werder Bremen players.
Well, look down below me too. Emmanuel Petit, Mark Overmars, both ready to come on. Arsene Wenger is taking this opportunity to get a couple of players some more match fitness, and maybe rest a couple with the thought of the weekend coming up.
Boda. It's Dixon's ball. With Baumann for Werder Bremen. Maximov. Tomashev wanting them to switch the play. Did just the opposite, in fact. Gives Arsenal a chance to attract the attention of the referee, and it is Tony Adams who's coming off. 17 minutes into the second half. Manu Petit, who might feel he owes Werder Bremen one. He was in that Monaco side that lost the Cup Winners' Cup final when Arsene Wenger was the Monaco manager back in 1992 to Werder Bremen. So he's missed the last couple of games, Manu Petit. He gets an outing here tonight as a substitute for the skipper. And Mark Overmars is getting ready to come into the game, but they haven't made that change yet. So Grimondi's gone to the back. Remember Petit played as a centre-back in La Coruña in the away leg in the previous round. No foul on Maximov. He thought there was one, the referee didn't, and Arsenal have got 4 forward here. Henry couldn't find the other 3, and now he could find himself booked for that by Kim Milton-Nielsen. Oh, he's been sent off for it. The referee who dismissed David Beckham in the World Cup when England played Argentina has produced that same red card here for Thierry Henry.
I'm staggered, I have to say. That is the most staggering decision this referee needs looking at. That is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. A game that's had nothing, there hasn't been a tackle in it.
It's a straight red card. He could miss both legs of the semi-final.
That's a staggering decision, I have to say. Arsene Wenger's at the 4th official. He's quite rightly at the 4th official.
Henry trying to make the point, I think, is his first foul. That might not be technically the case, but...
Well, Arsene Wenger, you know something's up here when you get as man as mild-mannered as Arsene Wenger is changed to such an extent. That's a ridiculous... I haven't seen one like that. I thought the Beckham decision was a poor one in the World Cup, man. I have to say, that one is just beggars belief. Beggars belief.
Well, Thierry Henry has done so much to get Arsenal this far.
Well, that's a decision that might cost Arsenal a chance of winning the UEFA Cup. He's a top goal scorer. And you see it, there's nothing, it's nothing challenge.
Well, I expected him to get a yellow card for it, to be fair, Andy. Not that, not by any means that. Boda. Arsenal down to 10 men. Another aspect of the evening as far as the officiating is concerned has been this constant raising of the flag by this official in particular. It's up again.
Yeah, this one more clear-cut. Couple of them take your pick here. He's got a good position, the linesman there, and that was an easy decision for him.
Well, that has taken some of the shine off the occasion.
Oh, well, Arsenal were just cruising. It's as simple as that, man. I was just about to say, well, every time they had possession, Arsenal could create a chance any time they want.
Pizarro in the centre, headed out by Grimandi. Kanu without Henry to give him company, but look at it, he's taken 4 on Kanu. He stopped expecting the whistle, it didn't go. Well, much has been said about Arsenal's disciplinary record. There's offside again here. Ailton with Boda's pass. What did you think about that one, Andy?
Well, I certainly looked at it from my angle. I'm not right in line, but often it happens quickly, and Ailton does play on the shoulder. Again, I think he's off. What, a couple of yards? It must be. Linesman gets this right.
Well, Arsenal had a long spell without that red card record under Arsene Wenger being brandished as a criticism of the Arsenal management until Sunday when Grimandi went off, the first dismissal since Arsenal had played at Tottenham. But now, to, I think it's fair to say, universal surprise, Thierry Henry, red carded.
Universal amazement, as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely staggered. That referee consider that a straight red card. Absolutely staggered. But maybe we shouldn't be after David Beckham's.
And here comes Parlour. Kanu. Kanu, that's brilliant. Round the goalkeeper, it's a very difficult angle. He's tried one of those curlers that he scored with against Chelsea, of course, from right by the byline. Further out.
Just overdid it, didn't he? Great break, and even with 10 men, Martin, I'm convinced Arsenal can still create a chance or two if they want to. But look at Kanu, just leaves him for dead there, and I thought, go on, just dink it over the goalkeeper. But when he tried to go around him, really the angle was all against him.
Well, that was a shot by Andy Herzog.
Yeah, look how close he is. You can see he's trying to use the eyes there. He's trying to kid them on that he's going to cross goal. He's only fractionally out.
Ready, Mark? Yeah.
Baumann. Boda. It's well defended by Silvinho. The break's on again. And this time it is Parlour against the goalkeeper. Ray Parlour for the hat-trick! Ray Parlour has scored his first Arsenal hat-trick. It's been a brilliant night for him. Absolutely unforgettable.
I have to say, Martin, I've never seen a poorer piece of defending than we're seeing from this team tonight. I think they've been awful. Arsenal have just picked the bones out. And look how high up the pitch they are. Look at Ray Parlour, look at the space he's in. Absolutely acres. And he just takes his time. He's so confident at the moment. I didn't think he was ever going to miss it, I have to say. Well done, son. He's had a brilliant night, Ray Parlour. An absolutely top-class night. And so have Arsenal, apart from the one shocking decision from the referee to send off Thierry Henry. It's been a glorious, absolutely glorious.
And the third goal for Parlour, the fourth on the night, has come with his team down to 10 men. Manu has now come off to be replaced by Mark Overmars. 2-4 here this evening, 2-6 overall.
Man, what is the procedure with, I thought, is it not an automatic ban for Henry? No.
Well, it's automatic. And
but how many? There's not an automatic games?
The disciplinary committee, as a straight red, will assess it.
Right.
That's my understanding of it.
Well, that'll be an interesting one for them, if that's the case. It's hardly been noticeable, Martin, that they've dropped a man short.
Overmars taken from him. Petit gets his head to the clearance. Winterberg. Parlour. That was a fine ball from Ray Parlour.
Not half.
Overmars. Arsenal, even with 10 men, want more.
Yeah, Petit at the edge of the box, Martin. If Overmars had only spotted him, just a little roll back for him.
In the past, Arsenal have gone out of European competition to Cologne. And Arsene Wenger might recall the last time they went out to a Bundesliga team, Borussia Mönchengladbach. It was the first time current Arsenal manager had seen his team in action. The second leg in Germany. Ended the European involvement for that season very early on. Drive by Herzog. Just Overmars forward for Arsenal. This has been a splendid performance. It's just the sending off that has cast these shadows over the consequences of victory.
Well, I'm sure when we talk to Arsene Wenger after the match, he'll be absolutely amazed. He'll be furious about the decision.
Actually, the ball did stay in then. So Dixon turned back and finally knocked it out. Pizarro with the throw. Maximov, Barton, everyone back defending for Arsenal. Petit, we're on again. Arsenal on the counter-attack. That's the furthest up the pitch I've ever seen a team defend.
And me, you know, they were 15 yards inside, 20 yards now they're inside Arsenal's half, the last defender, and no one behind them.
You can't get offside there.
Oh dear. Well, if Arsenal win the ball and just knock it over Overmars, he's through.
Herzog. And here he is. It's not the best surface on which to carry the ball, and Mark Overmars didn't look too full of self-belief that he could do that.
He didn't, did he? He was Overmars warmed and ready and primed, would have just knocked the ball past the defender and gone.
Boda to knock it in for Pizarro. Winterberg. Ljungberg. Overmars would have been offside. He was trying to look along the line. Winterberg keeps it in, gets a bang for his troubles from Maximov. Overmars pass. Now, if that's seen as a foul, he's the last man. Kim Nielsen says play on. Ljungberg's not impressed.
Well, he might smell the referee, but he's had a nightmare, I have to say.
Boda. Now Fricks. Good challenge by Maniga, certainly got the ball. And he left Marco Boda in a heap as well.
If you're going to come out there, you got to make sure you take everything as a goalkeeper. Boda was going in with purpose. Maniga just got there. Took everything with him. Just like this. Just made it. Well, he's got to do that. It's a good ball in this from Frings. It's there to be attacked, it's tempting the goalkeeper. Good positive decision in the end from the goalkeeper.
Mind you, of course, Leeds United in action also tonight at this stage of the same competition. Their second leg in Prague against Slavia. Highlights coming up when the action is finished here. Dixon. Petit. Here's Overmars. It's Silvino galloping up with him, but Overmars with the goal in his sights, but he couldn't put the ball between the posts.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure. That was the only difference between Overmars getting a clear shot at this or not. Barton had got back in, did well, just did enough to put Overmars off.
Andy, you mentioned about Arsene Wenger losing his cool, and it is a real rarity to see that. Ailton, left-footed. Still Ailton. There's a goal for him for the taking here, but Manninger denies him.
What a save, son. It's the best piece of skill we've seen from Ailton in almost 180 minutes of football that he's played against Arsenal. Great feet. Works the position brilliantly. And that's a superb save from Alex Manninger. Does the right thing going across the goalkeeper, but fine left-handed save.
I was thinking Arsenal aren't the biggest team now, with Adams off, Tremondi trying to do the organisation and win the headers as well. And it's booted all over the bar by Marco Boda. The air of a man who knows this is long gone away from Werder Bremen.
Well, I thought that was enough. I thought as the ball came across the goal from the corner, everyone just left it. Manninger got caught all over the place.
Just to go back to Arsene Wenger, and he has very strict rules for the members of his staff on the bench about their code of behaviour. He doesn't like to see them get fired up and maybe give some fuel to the opposition.
I think that was a measure of just how incensed he felt about that decision, how staggered he was. I certainly think, as I was, that the red card was shown for that innocuous challenge.
Frings. Actually, I mentioned to some Werder Bremen people here about this referee and the David Beckham connection, and they said, well, he sent off our goalkeeper, not this one playing tonight, but his predecessor, when he caught the ball on a very wet night and actually slid out of the penalty area, couldn't stop his momentum. And that was a very controversial decision made by Kim Milton-Nielsen involving a Werder Bremen match. Ljungberg. Well, now what's he going to do here?
Probably nothing.
Barton was the last man, even though he was, what, 5 yards? Maybe not 4 yards in his own half.
That mark is a far more severe foul than the one that Thierry Henry committed.
Ljungberg getting some attention by the touchline from Gary Lewin. When in doubt, give it to Ray Parlour tonight. That's what Tremondi did from the free kick. Dixon. Ailton. Will drop here for Boda. Bogdanovic in the centre, Pizarro in the centre. Headed out by Gilles Grimondi. Herzog. Thinking about trying to pick her way through. It's offside against Boda.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Got it wrong again.
I have to say the referee's not at the best game. This guy on the near side is an absolute nightmare of a game. He's He's got more wrong than he's got right in these offsides. I know it's difficult, but...
3 minutes to be added on. Scuffed kick by Manninger. Well, forgetting the red card for a moment, the most important feature of this game, really, the first goal by Parlour. It took the steam out of what many of us coming here felt would be a tricky test for Arsenal.
Arsenal have been superb, I have to say. It's a glorious performance from them. And I'm sure take the Thierry Henry incident away from this, Martin. I bet you Arsene Wenger will be thinking, well, we'll go a long way to find a better performance away from home in Europe than the one his team have given tonight.
Maximoff wanted to get it down, no time for that in there. Herzog. Onward over Mars. With a poor touch then. Matters little at this very late stage. We're in stoppage time. Bogdanovic blazing high wide and not very handsome. But the way Arsenal play with 10 men has emphasised their superiority over Werder Bremen. Petit. Frings. Oh, just too high for Pizarro.
This cross a good ball, Frings, I have to say. This right-hand side, if you give him a little bit of time, delivers, and he has done. He's delivered some lovely ball from right to left into dangerous areas.
He was a tip to be in the German squad. He hasn't been selected, in fact, for the next week's game against Croatia, but he's certainly an outside bet for the Euro 2022. Torsten Frings, versatile player.
Well, the best thing the referee can do is blow the whistle, Mark. This game's over as a contest. It has been for a long time.
Maximoff. Winterburn still gets there nippily. Twice. Off goes Petit. Winterburn judging the pass. At least in the direction, but not with the power.
Shame. It's been a lovely way to finish had he got that pass right. Petit would have gone on and scored.
Arsenal are into the last four of the Uefa Cup. A red-letter day for Parlour with a hat-trick. A red card day for the other scorer, Thierry Henry. Some red mist for Arsene Wenger about that decision, but it's about the only thing that's gone wrong for Arsenal here, even though they conceded goals to Boda and Bogdanovic. They've got the better of the club from the Bundesliga for the first time in European competition. No recovery for Werder Bremen this time. The semi-final draw is tomorrow, and Arsenal are in it. Well played, the Gunners, tonight.
Good luck in the European Cup.
Oh, I think so. It's been a stunning performance. 8 minutes in, that man produced a quite stunning shot. And from then, you always thought there was only one winner, Martin. They were disciplined, they were professional. They did a super job of an away tie in a European match. Arsene Wenger will be delighted, apart from that one little block.
Well, they've won the match here, an away win for Arsenal in the second leg. They've swamped Werder Bremen in the tie on aggregate by 6 goals to 2.
Great night. Very, very enjoyable game of football. Really was. Still to come tonight here on Sky Sports News. Next, there's highlights of the UEFA Cup quarter-final tie between Slavia Prague and Leeds United. On 1 at 10. There's Thursday Night Sports Centre, followed at 10:15 by our football phone-in. You're on Sky Sports. Over on 2 now, there's golf. The first day of the Players' Championship at Sawgrass. And on Sky Sports 3 at 10, there's another World Cup Classic, the 1974 match between East Germany and West Germany. And if you're watching on Sky Digital, over on Sky Sports Extra at 10, you can catch more wrestling action from the WWF and Late Night Metal. Great game. And Arsenal through to the semi-finals.